How are you as parents planning to pay for college for your children? And here's the big question. If you're separated and divorced or about to be, what is that going to look like in the future? Hi, I'm Ada Hasloecher with the Divorce and Family Mediation Center, and I want to continue my conversation about college. So, in a nutshell, because I've only got a few minutes to lay this all out, most parents, if they're planning to pay for college, do it in a number of different ways. They may open up a 529 college savings account. I've had clients open up a whole life insurance policy for the children. Some people use a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA. And each of these financial instruments have advantages and disadvantages. There are tax consequences for some, not for others. The 529 college savings account, for example, does have a tremendous advantage for a lot of people because it is tax deductible. So you get to deduct the contributions from your tax returns. And when the time comes to pay for college, there's no tax consequence at that point. Potentially, the downside with a 529 is that it must be used for education. It could be used for college, it could be used for a trade school. And so there are some benefits for using a 529, but for some people who are worried that, well, what if my child doesn't go to college? That if you've got several children and one child is going to go for continuing education and the other one isn't, you can use the money in the 529 that you set aside, let's say for your daughter who's not going to be using it, and use it for your son. So there's a lot of wiggle room here. The big issue is that while you're married to each other, you're making those monthly contributions or however you're going to be doing them, but you're doing it together. Now that you're going to be divorcing, so let's just say, for example, that you're going to be saving $500 a month, putting it into a 529, and presumably you're sharing equally $250 each for that contribution. But once you are divorced from each other, what happens if one parent is able to continue putting the $250 in there and the other parent financially is unable to do that? So that becomes a little bit of a tricky subject, and I'm going to discuss that in a little bit more detail on the next video. So please come to my table. These are very important topics that have a lot of financial consequences to it, and I look forward to meeting with you and helping you sort that out. Ada Hasloecher, Divorce and Family Mediation Center. Thank you for listening.